Welcome to the Best Small Business Show. Today we're diving into the top 5 mistakes small businesses make with money. These mistakes can cost you time, of course, money, and even the future of your business.
Oh, definitely. And Rich and I were talking just before we got on the show. Every person needs to do this before they do anything else. They need to learn this, right? These are not theoretical issues. They are real and they're costly. And here's the good news. They're fixable problems that we can see small business owners making every single day. Once you know what they are, you could just steer totally clear of them into the sunny part of the street.
We'll break each mistake into 4 parts like we've done the last few weeks. First, what small business owners like you actually do, and often without realizing it's a problem. The second
Yeah.
thing is we'll talk about the impact that it has on your business. The third is how to fix it. And finally, BJ and I will wrap it up with 4 action items you can implement immediately. So let's get started.
Okay, I'm starting it. Mistake number one, mixing personal and business finances. All right, this is the big one. This is the big one. Many small businesses owners just kick things off by using their own personal bank account for business stuff. It's kind of convenient, right? They just pay for business expense here and they deposit some income there. It's no big deal, right? Until it is.
Yeah, BJ, you're right. Exactly. They might swipe their personal credit card for a business purchase or dump sales revenue into their personal checking account. It seems more straightforward when you're just starting out, but it's like mixing oil and water. It just isn't going to work.
Yeah. And you ask, what's the impact? Well, when your personal and your business finances get tangled up, you don't see the real picture of your business's health. Are you profitable? How much have you actually been spending? Well, it's a guessing game. Plus, at tax season, I don't want to even say anything. It's going to be a nightmare. Try separating those expenses without losing your mind. You might miss deductions, or worse, you might cause a little bit of the IRS to notice you.
And if you ever want to sell your business or apply for a loan, good luck proving what's what. Mixed
Yeah,
finances are a red flag to buyers and also to lenders.
yeah, for sure. And you know how to fix it. Open up a separate business account today if you haven't already. Get a business credit card too, and use them only for business transactions. If you're already got a mess, set time aside and untangle the whole thing. Go through your statements, categorize everything, and draw a clear line.
Yeah, it's a bit of work up front, but trust me, the clarity and control you'll gain over your money, it's totally worth it.
Oh, for sure.
So,
Rich, take us into number two.
yeah, mistake number 2 is not keeping proper financial records. Um, we're going to talk about bookkeeping. I know you're going to probably turn this off at though,
Yeah, it's
or the
fine. Have a
lack
great time.
of bookkeeping. So many
Yeah.
small business owners think it's just for big corporations. They're like, I'll track it in my head,
Oh,
or I've got a spreadsheet somewhere.
oh my gosh. Rich, you're just giving me a rash just thinking about all of this.
Yeah.
Here's what they do instead. They either don't track the income and expenses at all, or they do it kind of half-heartedly. Receipts pile up in a drawer and invoices get lost. They don't go after them. They swear that they deal with it later, right? Well, spoiler, later never comes. Later never comes, Rich.
Yeah. What's the impact of all this? Well, without solid financial records, you're basically running your business blindfolded. How much money do you have? Where's your money going? Can you afford that new hire? You won't know. It also messes with your taxes. You might overpay or underpay because you just don't have the data.
Yeah. And if the tax folks come knocking, no records mean penalties or worse. It's a risk you just don't need.
Yeah, so how to fix it? Set up a simple bookkeeping system. You don't need to be an accountant. Tools like QuickBooks or Xero are super user friendly. Block out an hour each week to update your records, categorize your expenses, and reconcile your accounts.
And if bookkeeping's not your thing, hire a part-time bookkeeper. It's an investment that saves you stress and keeps your finances on track. People don't realize, even when you're starting out, great thing to do.
So
Well,
what's
mistake number three, yeah, failing to manage cash flow effectively. This is a big one, Rich. People are always saying it's the lifeblood of your business, and too many owners don't give it its attention that it deserves. They focused on sales and profits and think, hey, if I'm busy, the money kind of just sorts itself out.
Yeah, and what they do is they assume that making sales equals having cash in hand. But if your clients pay you in 60 days and your bills are due in 30, that's a problem that's waiting to happen.
So, what's that impact? Poor flow management can tank your business, even if you're profitable on paper. You might miss a payroll, you might lose a supplier, or pass up a growth opportunity because the cash just isn't there when you need it.
Yeah, timing is everything. Without cash flow, you're stuck, no matter how many sales are in the pipeline.
And you want to know how to fix it? Create a cash flow forecast. Map out your expected income and expenses for the next few months. Do you spot any gaps? Well, plan for them. Maybe tweak the payment terms with a client or a supplier, or line up a short term credit option. Knowing your burn rate, that's about how fast you go through money, is essential.
And please stay on top of accounts receivable. I talk to clients about this all the time. You're leaving money on the desk. Have an option for people to pay you online. Don't let unpaid invoices sit, chase them down. Cash in hand beats cash promised every time. I actually talked to a client who was a printer and he'd deliver jobs and he'd hand them an invoice and it would take them 60, 90 days to pay, even though he handed them the print job. I said,
Yeah,
next time, offer up, 5% off or 10% if they hand you a check when he hands them the print job. And they're going to have to pay anyway. Why not pay now? And he said his accounts receivable went away. He had nothing to worry about.
nice.
So, mistake number four, overspending or not budgeting properly. All right, here we go. Overspending is one of those sneaky little things. When business is good, owners might splurge on a shiny new office, top tier gear, or extra staff without a real plan.
Yep. Or they're just going to wing it. No budget, no limits. They act reactively. They spend as a needs pop up, figuring, hey, we're going to make it up somewhere.
Yeah, so what's the impact of all this? Well, overspending eats your profits faster than you'd believe. No budget means no guardrails. You're at the risk of debt or scrambling when sales slow down. And without a plan, you might blow cash on nice to haves instead of must haves that actually grow your business.
It's like driving without a speedometer. You don't know if you're going too fast until it's too late. Oh, Rich, bad news.
So, how to fix it? Make a budget and stick to it. List your expenses, set limits, and prioritize what's essential, like marketing or inventory, over flashy extras. Before any big purchase, ask, will this drive growth or is it just cool to have?
And review those budgets monthly. Your business evolves, and so should your spending. So keep an eye on that. So, mistake number five, not planning for taxes and other obligations. Yes, last but not least, taxes and financial. Oh, this is the killer. Too many owners treat their income like it's all free to spend. They get to spend all the money. They don't set aside cash for taxes, insurance, and other big bills that just sneak up on them.
Or they make decisions like hiring staff without understanding the tax hit. Then April rolls around and they're panicking.
And what's the impact of it? Well, if they don't plan for taxes, you're looking at penalties, interest, and a mad dash to find cash that you just don't have. Ignoring other obligations like insurance leaves your business vulnerable to risks you can't even afford.
And what's scary is it's a double whammy. Financial
Yeah.
stress now and bigger problems later.
Oh my gosh. And how to fix it? Well, set a time, a chunk of every payment goes to taxes. So think 20 to 30%, depending on your situation. Put it into a separate savings account, talk to your tax pro to nail down what you owe and when. The timing is essential.
And don't skip insurance. Whether it's liability or property coverage, make sure you're protected. It's cheaper than the alternative. We have 4 action items. You could start right now. Okay, so here's what you can do today to avoid these money traps. Number one, open a separate business bank account if you haven't yet. It's step one to clean finances.
And set up a basic bookkeeping system this week. Even a spreadsheet works. Just start tracking consistently.
And number three, create a cash flow forecast for the next 3 months. Spot any shortfalls and plan how to handle.
And four, look at your last quarter spending. Where did you overspend? Use that information to build a budget for the next quarter.
Excellent. So these mistakes, they're common, but they're not inevitable. Get a grip on your finances and you're setting your business up for the long haul.
Money management isn't just dodging disasters, it's about unlocking growth and stability. Get it right, and your business will thank you.
And thanks for tuning into the Small Business Show. Put these tips to work and you'll be on your way to financial success.
And as we just jump into March and start to looking for that beautiful spring, many of you might be pondering, hey, how can I take my business to the next level? Especially if you have 25 to 100 employees. It's a common challenge, but that's where Rich G comes in. His business coaching is not just any coaching, it's bespoke, meaning it's crafted specifically for your business needs. Whether you need an increased revenue, improve efficiency, and expand your business market share, has the expertise to guide you. Don't wait. Visit richg.com to start your journey towards business success.
Small business owners, don't just settle for mediocre marketing. Let's make it remarkable. My podcast partner, BJ Flagg at New Renew, is your partner for success. With her expertise in brand marketing and website design and a passion for helping small businesses thrive, she'll help you create a brand that resonates and a digital presence that impresses. Visit newrenew.com today and start your journey to marketing excellence.
And that's it for today. To our audience, let's keep the momentum, the podcast momentum going. Share this episode on LinkedIn, Instagram, X, Threads, and Blue Sky with a hashtag, The Best Small Business Show. Spread the word and keep our community growing by subscribing to our show.
And we can't end the podcast without a big shout out to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo, for making us sound professional in every episode. Folks, have an unbelievable week, crush those goals, and we'll catch you in the next episode.